think.
All right, why do I have to? Okay, because they've got an auto start button that apparently got turned off at some point, and I bet that's something Restream did. Okay, there, it's got to be working now.
Let's see.
I'll still have to upload it because we're missing the first.
Yes.
I see. Working. All right, I think I figured out what's happening here.
You're three beautiful men and a chart.
That's right. As it's supposed to be.
Yeah. You could just ask me for a hug. You don't have to show me the chart, Rob.
Yeah, really. I mean,
yeah, but I'm not driving all the way to Grass Lake. Plus, for all I know, I'd give you the vid.
Yeah, well, maybe we meet in the middle.
All right, we'll go to Clampy's house
with the plumber or not.
Yeah, well, I'll see what Butch Nutter's doing, and then I'll hug it out, man.
Yep. Hug it out. All right. Anyway, yeah. We're coming up on my house on the 1 year mark, like in another 4 weeks or something.
1 year of what?
Of isolation. Not leaving the house. And I got to figure out something to do for that. I don't know what it is.
We have an option. There's a diner in Holland that is willing to host you.
That's right. So
this is hilarious.
Rob,
This is so funny. Rob brought this to us, so Rob, this is yours.
Actually, this is Mola's.
Well, it can be both of ours, Rob. That used to be a donut shop or something, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what used to be there.
It looks donut-y.
But I have a family member who said that his coworkers have been eating there all along. So that's fine. But yeah, their lawyer, I guess we should finger quotes.
Well, it's hard to call him a lawyer.
Wait a second.
Since there's no such thing as a licensed attorney.
There's no such thing as a lawyer.
Where is that line? It was so funny.
And I apologize to Ambaloo for being overexposed.
Oh, that's all right. Before the hearing began, Martin identified himself as assistant of counsel. When Van Steele, the judge, asked if he was a licensed attorney in the state, Martin replied, quote, "There's no such thing as a licensed attorney. Martin does not hold a law degree."
Yeah. Does not hold a law degree. Classy.
We are a constitutionally compliant business.
Constitutionally compliant.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a bunch of good ones in there, like "Are you a civil servant?" was one, and then they went on a QAnon rant.
Yeah, she asked everyone if they had taken an oath.
Yeah.
For their jobs, and just all sorts of bizarre shit, right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was that's a good one.
Which is swear her in before doing that.
What's weird is that, I think in Michigan now, restaurants, they just changed the rules this weekend, right?
Yeah, it's 25% occupancy now.
Sorry for our waiter friend.
Yeah,
I'd imagine they're not complying with that either. But
I mean, it's hard to.
Yeah, there's a local church, one of these really, really big mega churches in the Bay Area, that is also refusing to shut down. They're being fined $5,000 a day or something, and it's just
wow.
Yeah. I'm like, do you need the donations that badly? Do you make more than $5,000 a service?
Well, I think it would be fantastic if they made so much money that this is just like a write-off, just a business expense for them. That would be
fantastic's not exactly the right word. I mean, my question is, how many people die in the service? Is there an equation there?
I guess it depends on how much you like shitty things.
Are they hugging? Are they hugging?
Well, for sure.
During that whole "peace be with you" thing, or is that just Catholic churches where they do the hugging?
There was not a lot of hugging in my church, but I grew up in a very, very Protestant church, which actually wouldn't have had a lot of problem with the 6-foot social distancing in general.
Yeah. All right. Videoland, 20 years old.
Yeah. I was just, all I had to say about that
you know?
The thing I just wanted to say about that is I was thinking about 20 years ago, playing any video file on Linux was a friggin' nightmare. Just a nightmare. Until VLC, man.
VLC and MPlayer, right? You know,
and for like a year or two, those two were kind of neck and neck. But it just got to the point where if VLC will open it, it will play. And that was a good time. That was actually that was sort of when you could use Linux as a usable 24/7 desktop and not like be left out of the real world.
Yeah, one of the first things I still almost always download right away is VLC.
Yep.
Because it is the only thing that will play most video.
The most compatible thing that exists.
Yep.
It also had a weird connection to SourceForge because Bates had to work with them. And so VLC was something that was discussed extensively in the office for years because it was such a big thing on SourceForge.
Yeah.
Anyway, congrats on making it to 20. That's worth it. But also, Cyberpunk got a new mod.
So apparently, if you want to get banging with Johnny Silverhands, is it hands or hands?
I think it's singular.
Anyway, so there's a mod where you can have sex with Keanu Reeves. You know, so
I mean that seems fine to me.
I mean, there's a number of people who play this game specifically so they can have sex with Keanu Reeves' character. I'm sure.
I have never in my life played a video game where my choice of genitals was part of the character creation screen, and I got to choose between multiple wangs. But I didn't play the game enough to actually see if like my wang selection impacted gameplay.
Yeah.
Although, now that I think about it, I immediately switched over to a lady, because I always play ladies in these games.
Well, if you're a lady, you can make it with the lady-only ladies, is the thing, right?
I'll make it with anybody, but if Keanu's an option, you probably should choose Keanu.
We've come a long way since the hot
coffee? Yeah.
Yeah.
Option in Grand Theft Auto.
Good times.
So I learned a new word in the girlfriend reviews of Cyberpunk 2077, which is a channel. If you haven't seen it, it's incredible.
It's lovely.
Charming. It is so cute. She had a very specific word for selecting the wing wang, and it was Bimsheham Pagina. And I was just like, that is a word that we have to bring into common use.
Say that again?
Bimsheham Pagina.
Bimsheham Pagina.
Bimsheham Pagina.
Okay. I'm missing something.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it was a wonderful word. And yeah, I subscribed because of that word. I was like, okay, you got it.
That's a charming channel in general.
It is a charming channel.
Bimp Sayim Pagina. All right.
Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, yeah. So people are boinking with Keanu Reeves, and I guess CD Projekt Red is like, whoa, not okay, y'all.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
It's the internet, guys. I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, I got some real bad news for you.
Rule 34, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you're Keanu, you're actually like going to be a couple of rules in the middle.
Well, and also like they spent so much time in this game modeling butts and bodies. It's like they had to know that this was going to happen,
right?
You know? I mean, it's basically a butt simulator. You know?
A butt simulator?
Yeah. So.
God, I'm glad I'm an anosmiac.
Wait. So you can't see faces and discern between them all that well? Is that the story?
Anosmia is smell. But
that's smell.
But face blindness was. But face blindness.
Like Does face blindness go to butts?
Do I have butt blindness? Like, can I identify someone by their bum?
I'm not sure that that's a thing.
I don't think so either.
All right. Well, that was good discussion.
Yep, we did it. We did it, guys. We nailed it. Did you see the? I don't know who posted it. I think I might have got this one for you. The Chucky doll story.
What is this? Oh my god, there's so many others.
It's stupidity.
Yeah. But what I wasn't clear on, was it a joke or was it a prank? Or was it like an accident? Like, you know what I mean? Like, was it test data that got released, or did somebody like do this with humorous intent or malicious intent?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, you know, the right at the beginning of the Trump presidency, they were talking about how they just enabled something where the president could send a notification to the entire nation, and everybody was like, "Oh no, Trump will use that to send out whatever it is that he sends out." Because the only forced messages that I get are the Amber Alerts, and now that I think about it, I haven't had an Amber Alert in a really long time.
What about a silver alert? Do you ever get those? Where it's an old person who's escaping?
Oh, I thought it was because we were done hodling GameStop and we had to now go hodl silver.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's the rule, but no, a silver alert is when an old person who has dementia has escaped the bonds of their prisons.
Too real, man. Too real.
Yeah.
Anyway, that one tickled me.
I'm sorry, that's really funny though. They're sending out Chucky Amber Alerts,
and
it's like
the other one, it was Chucky, and then the other one was the Bride of Chucky, or it was another character from the Chucky movie.
Kid of Chucky. Apparently, there was a Chucky kid.
Yeah, it's from I can't remember, Spawn of Chucky or something like that.
Spawn, yes.
No.
Todd McFarlane.
Seed of Chucky, I think.
Seed of Chucky. God, that's gross. Well, what's funny is, you know, who played Chucky's voice was Brad Dourif, right? Who, you might remember, is related to Nat Friedman. So
Mark Hamill does it in the
new one, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool.
You need a creepy voice? Call Mark.
Call Mark.
He's got you. I got a maniacal laugh.
Around.
Yeah. So, do either of you guys have $3,000 to spare
for what?
And really want to have a blue check mark on your home to prove that you're verified?
I figured this was a joke.
It is. It's an art project.
A very funny one. I thought this was very funny. And like the responses are like, it's people like you that are ruining San Francisco. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Is your life so miserable you don't see how funny this is? You know? But
yeah, it was a good one. It's an art project. The last paragraph just spells it out. This is a guy's art project. He's making commentary on stuff, and that's funny. It's a well done page.
It's a very well done page. Look at that lovely crest. You know,
wouldn't if I saw that crest, Rob? I'm not sure if I can go in your house until you have that crest.
So I like the part where we'll take it away if Twitter does.
I don't believe in the blue check mark, man. I don't have one, so they're meaningless. Let's see. Zack Snyder, Justice League officially releasing March 18 on the HBO. But I'm not. Maybe the article says if they're releasing. I had heard two different stories. I had heard that it was going to be coming out as a 4-hour movie, and I've heard that it's coming out as 4 1-hour segments. And I do not know which of these is true.
I don't know.
No,
I can't picture it. I can't picture wanting to see it.
No, I will.
I mean, the first one was hard enough.
I will say, I only think I watched.
You know, I mean, yeah. So who's going to be the sacrificial lamb?
Oh, I'll watch it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Oh, I'll totally watch it too. I'll watch. This is the kind of schlock that I will watch.
Right.
Yeah.
With all sorts of joy. See, yeah, I'm right there with you. Actually, that was the conversation that I tweeted yesterday. Today is Groundhogs Day, by the way.
Groundhogs Day.
Today is Groundhogs Day, by the way.
Groundhogs Day.
Today is Groundhogs Day, by the way. Yeah, okay.
Groundhogs Day.
So,
well, I gotta go.
Quick. So today is Groundhogs Day. And
Groundhog Day.
I tweeted that like to find Groundhog's Day style movies, time loop. I love time loop movies. And I actually have two of them that I had never heard of before show up in my tweets.
Which ones?
So I was going to just get that list.
'Cause I know you've seen Palm Springs.
I have seen so many time loop
that
movies.
episode of Stargate SG-1.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You know, here's my weird trivia about that. That's literally the very first episode of Stargate SG-1 I ever saw. And that is not, that's not the right episode to start with, just to be clear.
It's really not. You don't get half the jokes.
No. Well, that's the thing. The time loop episode is now the time-honored season 3 or 4 tradition of every sci-fi show. You make if you successfully air 2 seasons, you get to do a time loop episode. That's the rule.
And then you have like the one where you follow some janitors around, and you have the one where
Yep, so. You got to follow the tropes.
Gender swap, a cartoon, a musical.
Everybody gets their brains switched with somebody else.
Yeah, gotta have that. Have that. Or there's everyone becomes their children.
Oh, yep, possible. Very, very good. So one of them is called 1201. It's a 1993 made-for-TV movie starring Jonathan Silver. I can't find it, so maybe I haven't checked Amazon yet, so maybe I can get it there, but I haven't checked it through the usual dark means.
And the original Supergirl, Helen Slater. So.
That I wouldn't call that a time loop movie.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it 3 times.
No, 1201. No, Helen Slater, who was Supergirl.
Oh, I've seen Supergirl 3 times, and I do not. It's horrible.
That's 2 times more than anyone should. So,
but there's a new one that just came out called Boss Level. That's also got the Mel Gibson in it, and that's apparently one that's in limbo, like release limbo right now, which might exist in the internet somewhere. I'm not saying. And then there was one other one that I hadn't heard of from 2016, and I found it. Everybody recommends Primer. Like, I haven't seen Primer.
Really?
Of course I've seen Primer.
Really?
I watch Primer every 18 months. So today's Groundhog's Day.
Really? Groundhog's Day?
Well, I gotta go, guys.
Are you saying you don't like Groundhog Day looping movies there, Mr. Roseman?
The 11:15 show is completely the same. No, there was one other one on the list that I found that I hadn't seen too. But I don't know. That's my favorite trope, and I am gonna watch. I'm gonna watch all the Groundhog's Days I can today.
Speaking of that, TV Tropes has a page.
Oh, you know what? They have to.
Groundhog Day Tropes. Let's see. TV Tropes. Groundhog Day. Time loop. The time loop trope. Okay, here we go. Groundhog Day loops. See also. All right, here we go.
Oh, see, these are just TV shows because it's TV Tropes. I want movies.
They have movies listed.
Okay.
You goof.
All right, well, I'm just looking at... people mentioned Triangle. If you haven't seen Triangle, that's really good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I highly recommend. And there's another one called Time Crime, which is really good.
1201 was adapted twice. One in 1990 and once in 1993. Movie version of 1408, About Time, which is Mary Steenburgen, right? Then you have... Oh, yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I've seen a bunch of these.
I've seen that one. Yeah, I've seen... so many of them, but I will watch any time loop movie anytime.
Tomorrow, of course. Yeah.
Do we want to do WandaVision, or did we have anything else we wanted to talk about?
I haven't seen the latest one.
What?
Good,
oh my god! I
am less of a man.
This was the one, man.
This is the one that finally had some payoff.
Well, okay, so I was thinking a lot about this, but if you thought about it in terms of total runtime, if you watched from the start of from the original Planet of the Apes is a time loop. I mean, not in that sense. Yeah, this if you thought of WandaVision as being now they're up to about 120 minutes. They basically have one movie worth of minutes that they've aired, and they have now delivered as much as I would expect from a movie. You know, they just took a sweet time, their sweet time getting there, and I freaking love it. I was very grumpy because I had 2 spoilers show up. I had 3 spoilers for that episode before I saw it. One of them from a YouTube thumbnail, and 2 of them on Twitter.
Well, I mean, I won't say what's going on, but what's going on is one of the things we guessed was going on.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, there was no. I mean, all they were doing was explaining it, but there were 2 cast pieces that I'm just trying to avoid knowing anything about.
Okay.
But no, this was the payoff.
That's great.
Now
I'll watch it tonight.
Now it's now it's the MCU, and it's not weird sitcom parodies.
Yeah, my question is I'll just watch it.
There you go.
Watch it. There you go.
It's worth it.
I want to watch it. I just haven't seen this most recent episode.
It's
so
weird.
Just see an update on the SM9 flight test.
Yeah.
They've been moving the crane the whole time we've been broadcasting. So, yeah, trying to get the crane out of the way, so it doesn't become a toasted crane.
You can watch it fly across the road right now in real time. Look at that.
Wee.
Wow. It's actually a crane test. It's not even a spaceship test. So that's a big crane.
It's a big crane.
This is actually a driver's license test. It's
Can you imagine?
with car.
Student driver in the back.
Beep, beep, beep.
If you can parallel park this, you can parallel park a Corolla.
So there's an article, I didn't put it up on the Zone, but there's the article that Rob shared about the zooming goats.
Oh, sure. Well, we rented one at work for one of our meetings.
Yeah, but you guys are way cooler than we are.
It was nice though. Where's that link?
I just put it on the Zone, but it's also back. It's right after the tragic news that Screech died.
I don't care. I wasn't that generation. That's the reality of it.
Saved by the Bell was interesting to me only because I am also not that generation, but my brother was. So it was on a lot in my house, and it would be a point of contention. Like, I would want to watch Night Court, and he would want to watch Saved by the Bell, and those were usually like around the same time of day.
Yeah. The thing about Saved by the Bell is I did see it when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s. I was in Venezuela, and I was just looking for something to watch, and they had a Spanish version of Saved by the Bell. And it was just like a string of unintelligible words and the word Screech. And I'm like, is Screech a Spanish word? They're like, no, that's the character. And I'm
That's
like,
his name.
There's a character named Screech? What a terrible name. And people loved it where I was staying. And I was just like, why are they watching this show over and over and over again? It's like, yes, it was in Spanish, so I didn't understand it. But it seemed like the worst television program ever made.
Oh, it is.
And
what's crazy to me is that they also had the college years, and then aren't they doing a reboot now?
Yeah, who knows?
No, I think they are. I think they've got a reboot that's coming out now, and they're bringing like half the cast back in, and they're going to do like a Fuller House thing.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Well, they're going to be missing one Screech.
Yeah.
But this lady at least, she made 50,000 pounds.
Yeah.
By letting her goats in Zoom meetings. So
that's nice, right?
I would like to make 50,000 pounds by sitting in people's Zoom meetings.
Right? Who doesn't like a good goat meeting?
Can I wear a goat hat? Maybe I need to pick a different animal.
Maybe you should.
Kristen has bought a few different outfits for the dogs. So, we could dress the dogs out and, rent them out. I don't know why I haven't been doing this since the lockdown last year.
Right? Look, when you do that, though, can you, hook Geeks in Space up, with freebies?
Well,
a discount?
For sure get a discount.
All right, cool. Oh, boy. There was, 2 other things that were good. I rewatched Wolf of Wall Street last night. I just wanted to say, that movie is insanely fun.
It is a good movie, right? Yeah, it's a very good movie.
We've been going through and watching movies that I watched that are good that Kat has never seen, because in our household I go to every movie that shows up in the theater, and the Oscar Death March. Not so much anymore. But between the Oscar Death March and my willingness to see literally any movie in a movie theater, now she's finally okay, fine, I'll watch it. She
All
still
these Reddit nerds.
She still said no to Tenet.
Well, she's smart.
Good for her.
Not a good movie for her. Oh. It's the other thing. It's a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie. It's a fantastic. Well, okay. It's a work of art. I'm not sure that it quite matches what I would call a movie.
Yeah.
It's so great.
It's a vanity piece.
Absolutely.
It's indulgent.
It's a strut.
Yeah.
I thought I had one other thing that I wanted to say. What do we got? Has anybody else got anything good?
Anything else in the chat?
Bleak Robot. Screech, man.
I mean, I don't wish him dead. You know.
No, that sucks.
There was the follow-up.
Oh, the Stadia show.
The follow-up story to the guy who had his junk locked up in a cage.
Oh, that's right.
They interviewed him.
Oh, that poor man.
He ended up. They took like a cable cutter or like a big pair of clippers to get it off.
Yeah.
Really?
Ugh.
I don't know. Do they use an angle grinder? That's my question.
All right.
You know.
No.
So the worst part is, initially I thought it was my partner doing that. It sounds silly, but I got a bit excited by it. It's like, you got everything you deserve, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And then he paid the $1,000 in Bitcoin.
Yeah, he paid the rent.
And then they didn't let his junk out,
which is a dick move.
Oh. Oh, you get a gold sticker.
Yeah.
There are people playing hockey on the pond in my backyard.
Nice.
They just quit, and I'm kind of jealous, but I'm also terrified that if somebody goes through, I'm gonna have to like go there and like do a rescue, and I'm not really.
Yeah, because you're like the Christopher Walken in the Dead Zone. You know, you're gonna have to get the kids out, and you know. Yeah.
It's been super cold. The ice is fine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
we got people driving 4-wheelers on the lake across the road.
There's an ice shanty out there, so somebody's been ice fishing.
Wow, that's nice.
It's pretty cool. All right, I don't think we have anything else to say, gentlemen.
You didn't want to talk about Stadia, huh?
Oh no, Stadia. You know about this more than I do. The only thing I know.
I shouldn't say much. Listen, Stadia's still going. Stadia's still fine. They just shut down like the game studio inside it. I don't know.
So
that's all I'm gonna say.
My problem with Stadia right now is that I clicked a button that said I would get a free trial, and then I thought they would send me a controller, but I don't have a controller. And then I heard that it doesn't connect to the Google TV, which is currently the only device that I have connected to my TV that could do it. And it only connects to a Chromecast Ultra, which I disconnected when I got the Google TV. So I'm like, ugh.
Anyway, you can just play it in your browser. Just go to Stadia.
I didn't know that it ran in my browser. I thought it was a TV thing.
Totally runs in your browser. And then you can use your mouse and your keyboard like a normal human being, like a proper PC Master Race player.
I don't know, man. I've got a lot of RGB in my computer. Does the RGB FPS?
Oh yeah, that's like 4 extra frames per second, right?
Right, but does the FPS is it like a multiple when it comes via like a streaming video service?
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, cool. You know. I don't understand that that press release did not make any sense to me.
It didn't make any sense. And the thing is, we were just coming off. I don't want to work on the Stadia team, but the Stadia team was just coming off a huge, like uptick because of Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
They were the only place you could play Cyberpunk reliably. And people are like, well, maybe Stadia's not so terrible. And it's like, yeah, maybe it's not. And then they pulled this shit.
What's the rendering performance for Cyberpunk relative to owning a 2080 or what's it look like?
For me, so it doesn't have an RTX thing going on, but it looked the same to me. I'm not super discerning though, because I played it on both the PC with the RTX 2080 Ti and on Stadia to see, compare and contrast. And it was great. It looked just as good. So
I need
tell you.
I need a new game. But the last time I tried to play Cyberpunk, I only lasted about 10 minutes, and then I was like, "This is not working for me." It was
Did it
blurry.
glitch out for you, or what?
No, it was blurry. There was something but I had RTX on, and like I figured I'd come back in another month and maybe they'd patch it.
Was this on your old machine, the one that had like the broken chiplets? Or
Yeah. But I don't think that's what it was. I think that I'm just really sensitive to the way that the way that DLSS scaling works. That's my theory.
Shut it off.
Yeah, well, I should have just gone back and watched it in raster mode, but then I was like, I built this computer to do this. It should do this better.
Well, no, you can have RTX without DLSS, right? So
True.
And then just render it at HD or whatever.
That's true.
And go to town. And it looks. I mean, it does look really good
for sure. But I'm just like, I want to play that. It's a game. If I'm going to play a game that is essentially the equivalent of Zack Snyder Justice League. Where it's all eye candy and no substance, and the gameplay is apparently a bit iffy, then I wanted to see it with the best possible graphics I can and at least have maximum eye candy. So I will continue to receive notifications for 3080 releases from every available retailer on the internet, and eventually I'll get one in stock.
You're rendering your Bimpa Shempagina like up there like everybody else.
My Pimpagina? I can't even say it. I don't even know what that is.
Well, that's the thing. The way she says it is way better than the way I'm saying it. So you should go watch the Cyberpunk 2077 girlfriend review. It's really funny. So
all right, well, put it in general for me. All right, let's say goodbye and go. And you said you had actual work to do today.
Yeah, I do. It's true.
All right. Well, farewell, Chris DeBona.
Later.
Farewell, Rob Roseboom.
Goodbye.
I got some bad news. It's Groundhogs Day.
Groundhogs Day.
Well, I got